Point blank and simple, Michaela look crazy than a mofo.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy mofos.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello everybody, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 14, Country Chaos. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining this family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Married at First Sight, I would rate this episode a Mofo B plus. Let me know down in the comment section what you would rate this episode, y'all. I thought this sucker was off the hizzle for shizzle. Okay. Y'all, this thing has so many twists and turns. The only couple that had any sense this week was Rachel and Jose. They were uneventful. She was determined that she was going to use this weekend to spend time with her husband, and that's what she did. They were not in the mess. They seemed like they had a wonderful time. They actually was pretty boring, okay? And we needed boring amongst all the other things, okay? We just needed boring. They did a uh, uh, who would it be, or some type of game or something like that they played. And they said, I believe they said that Jose would be the one that would have kids. I think that's who they said it was. Other than that, the whole thing, it was just absolutely uneventful. Y'all let me know down in the comment section, okay? Because this is a rant and not a review. All right, the next couple that I want to talk about is Brett and Ryan. I thought that what Brett did was low down, dirty, stank, nasty. I mean, you do what you do, right? Okay, now she has absolutely not been treated the best by Ron. Let's just go ahead on and put it out there. But the way that she used his sister to manipulate the situation was just low down to me. The two of them were getting ready, and of course, as we know, they have not been sleeping in the same bed. And so homegirl decides that she is going to get in the car and use this opportunity to do what she should have did when the expert had a conversation with her. She waits until she gets in the car and she tells Brett about the situation and the conversation that she had with his sister. All right. And so so this is her scapegoat. I hate a person that can't say what they got to say. They got to use somebody else's name or situation in order to say what they have to say. And that is absolutely what we found her doing, right? I knew I was supposed to be having this thing out here for members only and subscribers only, but we're going to go ahead on and go with it, right? Because I just straight came out here and started talking, right? I just been out with some friends and everything, and I was like, okay, let me get busy out here with this review as soon as I walk in the cotton freaking door. All right. So anyway, she used the conversation with the sister in order to have a conversation with Brett when she should have had this conversation on her own. So, she's riding in the car and everything, and she was like, it was really, funny, talking to your sister and everything. And then she goes on to tell him that the sister said that there may be, he may be distracted. There may be somebody else in the cotton freaking picture. And I'm sitting up there to myself thinking, that was dirty. That was dirty. So he was like, where did this conversation come from? Woo, 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 woo. The conversation came from her not being bold enough to say what it is that she has to say. She did not have to throw the sister up underneath the bus like that. And then they're going to sit up there and make a comment basically like, your sister know you better than anybody else and all of that kind of stuff. I just thought it was dirty to use his sister. Now you causing a dissension amongst the family. Now he already said to him and his family, they ain't huggy and all of that kind of stuff, and they don't communicate. And he goes and communicate with his sister, and then you go and communicate with the sister, and then you throw her all up underneath the damn bus. Then when they get to the ranch and everything, they are doing what they do at the ranch and, so on and so forth. And they all have to make a decision. It's at nighttime and they got to make a decision about where they're going to sleep at. So Brett, so Ron with his, raggedy ass sits there and says that, okay, well, I do want to sleep in the bed. I can sleep with you tonight. And she was like, what? What do you mean you gonna sleep with me tonight? You're not sleeping with me tonight, She was like, how dare he? Now he was wrong about the situation. If Ryan was serious about it, he would have been having these conversations with her on the road instead of getting defensive, because he gets defensive about everything. And then, matter of fact, when they were in the car, a comment was made that, she was like, I wish that you would tell me whatever you feeling and everything. And he was like, well, what you mean? She said, well, I heard that you said. Okay. Now, see, when you come with that, I heard that you said kind of stuff, I heard what you said too. You've been running around and bumping your gums with your girlfriends and everything too. So she said, I heard that you said that, we'll probably end up being friends. He was like, damn right. If I don't get the feelings that I need to be getting, then we're gonna be friends. But he really had, that was an opportunity for him to say, I talked to the experts and I promised the experts that I would make more of an effort. No, he didn't do that. He wanted her to know that him volunteering himself to sleep in the room with her with his bad back. What was she gonna do? Be on the floor? This motherfucker been complaining about his back and everything, so he probably would have wanted her to be on the sofa or whatever. So two wrongs don't make a right. Neither one of them are communicating and being upfront with each other. She know the mofo don't like her, but she thinks she keeping a secret. You ain't keeping a secret, Brett. We all of us know, and you know that he don't like your ass like that. And now she, is the one who's backing off, and Ryan is the one who's going forward. But Ryan had already said that in his previous relationships, he's the mofo that waits until the last minute to let you know that he like you as soon as he see you packing your doors and packing your bag and going out the door. So he this is a cycle that he is continuing to repeat over and over and over. And she's like, I'm not for the foolishness anymore. You're not gonna sleep with me, and you're not gonna sleep in the room with me. We're not doing any of that. So at the end of the day, he ended up sleeping out on the sofa because both Johnny and Ryan got kicked out the room. They did rock paper scissors. He lost, and so he had to sleep out on the sofa for the entire weekend. Well, that's what happens. I think that when she was sitting out there and she was talking to Johnny when they were they went skeet shooting, and when they were doing that, she had made a decision that she wasn't going to do it, and Johnny didn't want to do it either. I wouldn't have did it either the way that Bow was handling that gun. Okay. Because girlfriend almost shot her own foot off. Like that's no joke. Like where was the trainer? Where was the person who was supposed to have been helping them? He says that this is something that he is accustomed to doing, and yet and still he didn't make one buckeye. He didn't hit nothing. He didn't bullseye nothing. He ain't buckeye nothing. He didn't shoot a thing. And I think the reason why he didn't is because he was so concerned and worried that Brett wasn't participating. But mofo, she done went to a many situations and participated, and you didn't even give her credit for the participation. Okay. Now the crew and everything, the crew and the cast got together and got her some little cookies and stuff like that for her little doggy, the passing up to memorialize her dog. And they had sparkles and everything. And she gave like a little speech. She's talked too damn slow for me. The speech, like I would have been like Gil. Gil was leaned up like this. And I was like, I would have been leaned up too because you talking too slow. I need you to go just a little tad bit faster, boo. Please go a tad bit faster. But anyway, nevertheless, she was happy about it. They lit sparkles and all of that kind of stuff. And I just was like, did anybody consult with Ryan about this? Because this mofo looked like a deer in headlights. He didn't even seem like he even knew that this was going to happen. He should have said something on behalf of his wife. He's always talking about how good of a girl she is and a wonderful woman. No, but nobody wants to hear that, honey. Nobody needs a little pat on the head like they some kind of little dog. Like, get the out of here. Nobody, absolutely nobody needs and wants to be treated like that by somebody that they are trying to be intimate with and be in love and be married to. It just is what it is. Let me make sure I ain't missing no cash after I'm just ready running my mouth, okay? Let me just make sure. All right, y'all. So I just was like, you know what? At the end of the day, this relationship is not going to work out. The two of them went in there and they had shots and they seemed to have fun during the weekend. But she just was like, you're not going to sleep with me. No go, no how, no way, no how, no way, no how, no way. The next couple I want to talk about is Bow and Johnny. Like that joint is straight up over. She was like, I want to go and spend time with the rest of the crew, but I don't want to have nothing to do with Johnny. Johnny is really now starting to get the karma that he so rightfully deserves with his cry baby ass self. Bow was like, I'm going to spend limited time with this mofo because I want to enjoy myself and I want to check out Zach. I am here for Zach. Now I know there's been a lot of controversy, a lot of rumors that has been going on, honey, about whether or not Bow is with Johnny. Bow checked and was stalking that mofo and Michaela all weekend. Oh yes, Bow was. Every time you saw Michaela, you saw Bow. Every time you saw Zach, you saw Bow. There were other couples that she could have been hanging around. That bitch was up underneath them the whole entire weekend. Do you hear me? I don't even think if Johnny got lost, that she could identify the clothing that the had on. She didn't pay him no daggone attention whatso cotton freaking ever. She decided when they got to the ranch and everything that she was going to be the one to cook the opening thing, and so the men grilled out and everything. Everybody happy, it was a nice little barn. They all stayed in one, up underneath one roof. I wouldn't have liked that. I wouldn't have liked that. What is going on with the mother budget of Married at First Sight? Y'all sitting on here right now. It's 225 people in this cotton freaking chat, right? And I know it's more than that, but that's what it shows up on the screen. So it's 225 people in this cotton freaking chat right now. By the time I finish this video in a week, we'll have what? Maybe about 4,000 or 5,000 views. You got how many daggone 15, 20 people out here reviewing it? Married at First Sight is making ka-ching, ka-ching. Why in the hell are they picking these rinky-dinky budget locations? The location they went to for the honeymoon was a cotton freaking... Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. Did it even have a boardwalk down that mother? I mean, they sitting out there coming out on the balcony to have a romantic dinner and they ain't looking at nothing but some marsh. You better stop playing with me. They would have did better if their asses had got a daggone 10 win camping. Then we sit up here now and they going to some places, some little ranch in Houston where everybody's staying in the whole house. Where the hell are the cabins at? You mean to tell me we ain't got no damn cabins? I'm with Marlo on that. With the separate cabins. Thank you so much, Gypsy Heart 777 Foxworth for the $49.99 super chat. Love you, Auntie. Always giving the tea with class. Thank you, boo. I try to do it with class. Thank you, boo. Bow was sitting out there, honey, with Ryan and Brett, and she indicated that Johnny wasn't sleeping with her either. When she found out her room was next door to Zach's, he didn't have an ice cube chance in hell of sleeping with her. This episode right here, honey, Tunty, let me know all I needed to know about Bow's slick ass. That little game that they played, and she was like, I put my husband out there. Let me tell you something. This girl did not really even spend no time with this man. She went out there and she was shooting with Ryan. She wasn't think about no cotton freaking Johnny. She didn't think about Johnny the whole weekend. Because she had them eyes dancing on somebody else, allegedly. Girl, give me a break. I ain't even got nothing to report about the two of them being with the two of them because the two of them wasn't together with the two of them. Okay? It was a threesome going on up in that joint. The only person didn't know about that was Michaela. And that's because Michaela was crazy and dumb and stupid and acting a cotton freaking fool about that. That's why she couldn't recognize what's going on. You keep coming around me about my damn man and wanting to know, and you showing up like a ghost. I'm sitting out here crying, processing, and next thing I know, your ass shows up looking all powdery. And what? Don't ask me about my man. You ain't been asking me about him. Don't come up in here and ask me nothing about her. Him. The next couple I want to talk about is Cotton Freaker, Marla, and Gil. Let me tell you something, y'all. Gil is a straight asshole. Now, he's talking about Merla's complaining and that she complains a lot about everything, but he damn sure know how to complain about her. Isn't it a coinky dinky and the pot calling them kettle black? Every time we turn around, that is complaining about Michaela. He gonna make me slip of the tongue tonight. I mean, Marla. She can't say shit. There's nothing that this mofo allows her to say. He wants her to be meanie-mouthed and shut the fuck up. She can't even. So they coming down the road and everything. And this son of a, oh my God, it's so many things I want to say out here tonight. Oh my God. If we was in a private chat, I could just go ahead on and just let the cuss words just rip off my mouth. But unfortunately for us, y'all, we not. We're sitting out here in the public with everybody. We're going to get this thing together. I'm going to try to tell you we're going to get this together so that we can go back to that and I can just cuss and cuss on top of cuss. Just get out here and just cuss and act a fool and just cuss and act a fool. He don't want her. He is trying to tear this woman down with everything he got in him. This goes, oh my goodness. They show up and everything. She don't like the accommodations. First of all, she's an introverted person. How many times does she need to tell you? Do you need to take a My Briggs. An introverted person don't get their energy from being around other motherfuckers. They gotta be by themselves. They get their energy from inside. So does he not know the definition of introvert, extrovert? He said, I get my energy from being around people. Well, bitch, she don't. She get her energy from being by herself and being with you, bond up with you. She finally kissing you. I sure hope Marla didn't never have sex with him. Please, Lord. I hope she didn't. This mofo is the type of person with Myra, he sucks the energy out of his home. She's sitting up there blaming herself. Maybe it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. No, it's him. Why is it that it's okay for him to complain every week about her, but not every week? It's not okay for her to complain, and she's not even complaining. She's making a statement, mother. Do you know what a complaint is? She ain't gone to the manager. She didn't go to the executive producer. She having a conversation with you. She's not even saying it out front in front of everybody. She talking to you. Why is it that I can't tell you my truth? But no, you want me to sit up there and tell you a lie. And then the thing about it is, what kind of women are working on this production company where they sit there and let this mofo continue to complain? Marla said, will complain about other things outside, but I don't complain about my husband. Where have you ever seen Marla complain about him? But every week they got the camera up in this mother asking him his opinion about this woman. Is this some hating ass? I'm getting ready to say it. Is this some hating ass bitches on the production and the editorial staff that they want this girl to look bad like this? This goes on a horseback ride. He said he ain't never been on a horseback ride before, right? This ain't his cup of tea. Marla says she grew up on a cotton freaking ranch, and that's why she doesn't like it, right? She'd rather be a city girl. It's okay, Marla. Do you? You make the papers and the dineros, okay? To live the way you want to live, you live the way you want to live. She goes back to something that is familiar, a ranch. She goes to the ranch and they go horseback riding. Now, he said that he ain't like it, but we'll see, when Marla said that she didn't like the airplane ride, she was wronger than the mother. When she said that she get motion sickness, which is real. Now, everybody call her, oh, she complained too much. Auntie, it ain't about this, Auntie. It ain't about that. She just complained this much. And y'all watch this week after week complain about her and don't say about it. Oh, my goodness. Y'all don't want to hear this teaching. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but damn it, I'm going to ram it down your throat tonight. Because this gets off the horse with her. He asks her, if you don't want the answer, do not ask me. He want a lying bitch. He wants somebody to say what tickles his ear. Even if she had said it was a great ride, he'd have been like, oh, she phony. He gonna sit up there and talk about my wife. If she was staying in the Ritz-Carlton, then she would be happy. Who wouldn't be happy staying in a Ritz-Carlton? But that wasn't her point. She didn't even say, I want to stay in a 5-star hotel. She said, bitch, I just want a separate cabin room. That's not much to ask from these married at first sight people when they've done it year after year after year after year. Causing intentional chaos and confusion. Because every year when they've done these, they've all had their own cabins. You're just trying to stir the pot. And what's wrong with her wanting to stay in the Ritz-Carlton? I wish you would. Tell me that I got to stay in a Motel 6 just to make your broke ass happy. Just because you ain't used to having nothing, don't want nothing. And even your friends said you's a cheap bastard. So why in the world are you steady demeaning this woman because she has the means to take care of not only herself, but you too, you broke bitch? Yeah, this is a rant. Sitting up there gonna ride up on that woman like that. And then she comes off of the thing. She says, he asked her, how was it? She said, it was enjoyable, but I wish it was longer. That means what she's saying is, I enjoyed it so much, I wanted it to be longer. But he turns it around. You're always complaining. That wasn't a complaint. I answered your question. And I enjoyed it so much that I wish it was longer. That's me expressing. Well, you know what? Come here. I'm going to put you over my leg and I'm going to spank you. I'm going to spank you and I'm going to put you in submission. You don't say nothing like that. I want you to say that you liked it. And you ain't spent a dime on it. You ain't spent a dime. Married at First Sight handled all the accommodations, mother. So why are you taking it personal? Those ain't your horses to ride. And if she wanted it to be longer, what you should have said out of your raggedy, great neck ass mouth, you should have said, you know what, baby, since you enjoyed it so much, let's make sure that we write down in the calendars, or go home and schedule a trip. I see that brought you back to your childhood of living and being on a ranch and everything, and you enjoyed it so much you wanted it longer. We're going to go and make a trip out of it. That's what you should have said. Instead, just sitting up there talking about you a complaining ass somebody. She said, noted. She said, you know what? Is this helping you? Do you know what I mean? No, I don't know what you mean. But what she's doing now is compromising. And this is the very first step when women start losing themselves to a man. Marla can't say anything around him because everything she say out of her mouth, he's sitting there waiting to open up the cash register and put another dollar of critique in there. Another dollar of I'm going to tear you down. Another dollar of you're negative. Another dollar of tearing down her self-esteem. Another dollar of saying you can't make a comment. And it wasn't even a disparaging remark. He got me tongue-tied and twisted up in his mouth. He talk about a Debbie Downer. He's a Donald Downer. He's a Derek Downer. He's the downer. Your wife can't even express herself. She gonna after a while, she gonna be like Zach, stuttering. Well, if my husband says something, I try to understand and all of that kind of stuff. Anytime you got to sit there and tell me, do you know what I mean? You being a negative mother. You know you wrong. You can get your... I got you, boo. You ain't even got to worry about it, okay? You ain't got to worry no more. Bye, boo. See you. Yup. You out, Claudia. Fuck on. Because it ain't no hate for him. I don't hate anybody. Hate is too strong of a word. I just happen to see something you don't see, Claudia. Fuck you. Bye. You don't come up in here and say nothing like the hate is real. No, I'm just calling it like it is. This is my channel to rant on. You don't like my rant? You don't like me calling out this mother? Then you know what? Don't come back. And now you sitting there behind a glass wall. You can't say unless you go and create another channel. Sitting up in here with that bull cry. You must don't know. You better ask somebody around this mother. I don't want y'all to think that I hate Gil. I just see Gil. And when you've been around long enough, you see him too. This girl did not say anything wrong. She answered his question. And then she got criticized for answering it. Week after week after week, the producers allow him to complain about his wife. Like he's the prize. Lady, you don't ever, ladies, you don't ever let nobody treat you like this. To silence you. He had already called her last week an alpha woman. Him and Dr. Pepper sat up there like old men at a bar smoking cigars and drinking beer. Yeah, you know, she an alpha. She'll chew you up. If you can't handle an alpha woman, don't be with an alpha woman. You're broke. He broke it and broke. He's coming from a negative place about her. You don't date a woman that you can't maintain. You're intimidated by the fact that you know you can't maintain her. It's okay, boo. It's okay. But you ain't got to tear her down to make yourself look good. You ain't got to do it. And that's what he's doing. And she ain't doing nothing but trying to love this mother. I even had some fellas to reach out to me and call him all kinds of insecure mother. These are coming from men, real men. They see him. But you got women out here that don't see him. And then you want to come in my comment section and tell me I hate him. I see him. You don't. You like all of that chicken grease and all of that bubbly cheese grated bull up underneath it. And then it's so cheap that he can't even go, and he don't have 2 dog care providers behind him. He got to bring his dog on a trip with him. Can you imagine if that was a baby? You mean to tell me you ain't got no other accommodation for your dog? We got to come down the road, down the road with the dog in the back of the car, and then the dog is there and he's sleeping out in the hall. Did y'all see him on the thumbnail? The dog was sitting out in the hall. Michaela and Zach woke him up. He was in the hallway minding his business. You don't even have money. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me what nobody else available to watch your dog? Nobody. Not a cousin, a sister, a co-worker, a kennel or 2. You know, my babysitter, you know, my dog sitter backed out at the last minute. Go to the other spot. Suppose that was a baby. Suppose he had a child. You can't do no better with accommodations. Would you have brought your child? Because my dogs are children. I call them my grand puppies. And you think I'm gonna go on a you think I'm gonna go on a mofo vacation with my boo thing and I got my grandpuppies with me? Much as I love them and post them on Instagram, those 2 bitches not going. I don't mean no harm. I love them like I don't know why. But ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that, right? Auntie wrong, auntie hate him. I need to stop looking at the I need to stop looking at the comments. Is the moderator around? Let me tell you something, honey. I'm telling you, I see you, and I'm gonna tell you now. I'm trying not to kirk out on you. This is a rant, and when I'm ranting like this, and I'm reading the comments at the same time, I will snatch your mofo wig. The The point is, this is a place for couples, not for dogs. If he want the dog to on the ranch, then what he need to do is book additional accommodations later on in the year. This not where you bring a dog. That's you missing the whole the point. You missing the whole point. And then you got the nerve to type that. This is for a vacation for couples. How the do you know whether or not people wasn't allergic to dogs at the ranch? Did you call everybody and tell everybody, hope you don't mind, I'm bringing my animal with me? And then you got the dog outside the door sleeping all up in the hallway? I wouldn't have wanted your dog there running around going, are you, stop, don't do that. Bringing no animal there. I'm on a vacation and you got your cotton freaking dog. We out here, the horseback ride, to feed goats and some more. We out here to do that. We ain't out here to be babysitting nobody's dog. This grown folk stuff. But see how women like to give excuses to men? And then you wonder why you get treated the way you get treated. Because your expectations is lower than a... Your expectations is in the gutter. And then you get mad because somebody happens to be on the show who got high expectations. And she happens to be with somebody who's below the bar. He ain't got nothing to bring to the table but a deck. In comparison to what she has. And that's why people who have success and who have things, assets and properties and all kinds of stuff, okay, liquid money, can't tell nobody nothing. Especially if you're a woman. You better not tell nobody. Because the haters will be biting off of you. When you are secure in who you are, and what you got, you shut up. You only let a little bit of people see what you got. I went over to some subscribers' house. Go ahead on it. Keep it all the way 100. Recently, I was invited to a cookout at some of my subscribers' house. They lived in the nice neighborhood. Not in the hood. They wasn't over there at the Berry Farms. Nice house. Had it laid out in the back. Know they got some cheddar, got some cash stashed. They can't invite everybody over that mother. Some people, you can't put them on the invitation list to come over to their house. I didn't even walk all through the house because it wasn't that type of party. They had the party hooked up, had tables with linen outside, flowers, fresh cut flowers sitting out that mofo. Had it catered, had the nice little music, had the DJ. The joint was laid out. I was comfortable than a mofo. Can't tell everybody about what they got. Because then you high maintenance. Just because you got a little bit. So if she high maintenance and I'm high maintenance and Merla high maintenance, then what do we call celebrities and Beyonce and all of them? They just out. What kind of I'm going to get off of it. I'm going to get off of it. Stop living and thinking below the bar. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Marla, you ain't say nothing wrong to Gil. What you basically was saying is that I enjoyed it and I wish it was longer. There is nothing wrong with that. I've gone to a concert. I didn't say I didn't like Mary J. Blige, but bitch, I wish she had sung a couple of more of my favorite songs. There's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying, dag on, I wish Legacy had sung X, Y, and Z. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Thank you, Jermaine H for the $49.99 super chat. Thank you. You are funny. Thank you for your funny rants and hard work. Janice brought me here. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Jermaine, so much for being here. Thank you, Boo, for the super chat. Everybody ain't busted and disgusted. Everybody ain't busted and disgusted. But Gil is. He's a mother hater. He's what you call a hater. Now, I won't say that he's jealous of her, but he absolutely is hating. And all you got to do is step your game up. That's all, Gil. That's all. Thank you so much, Tanya Lewis, for the $19.99 super chat. You are on point as always, Auntie. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you, boo. A man like him, I couldn't be with him. That's why I'm glad all the men that I be around, they got their own and they handling their own. They handling their own. They got their own paper. So they not intimidated by the paper I got. They not intimidated by that. Because not only are they bringing something to the table, bitch, they own the table. This busted mofo was living up in basically a cotton freaking efficiency. And it was raggedy at that. Let that woman bring you up. Let that man bring you up. You ain't got to stay down below the ball. You got. Let me go on to the next couple because I'm gonna go hit on and get off of him because I can rant about this all night long. All night long. Because I've seen so many women lose their power who they are. And next thing you know, he unemployed. He ain't got no job and he laying it off your shit that you worked all your life for. And then you got the nerve to be talking about 8 kids. What do you mean 8 kids? You talking about 8 little snowmen sitting outside with a carrot nose and a button eye? Are you talking about those kind of little kids? You want 8 snowmen outside? Wait till it snow. Wait till it snow. We can put eight snowmen outside, make a couple of them girls and a couple of them guys. And if you want to be creative and you want to put a cucumber on their nose or on their face for a nose, bitch, you can do that too. You can feel free to put a cucumber on there. And if you want to, we can go to the dollar store and get some marbles and you can use those for eyes. But I tell you what you don't. I tell you what you're not going to do. You ain't going to come up in here with your broke stuff or with your 401k and your money over in Colombia in some kind of account. You ain't bringing nothing to the table. You got the nerve to be talking about somebody complaining about something. At least she's not complaining about you, because I'm sure it's a whole lot of stuff when she saw your bank account and saw how much you did not have that she could have complained about. And she could be riding you every day about not having. Anyway, the next couple that I want to talk about is Crazy Michaela and Zach. Zach is a gaslighter, point blank, period. In my opinion. This is all my opinion. He's a gaslighter. He tell Michaela that it's raining outside. And this mofo is, you know what, Auntie, don't, Auntie, throw some across the room. Just go ahead and find you something. Okay, throw that. Throw something else across the room so you can calm down. Let me see what else you got. Okay, throw that too. This mofo's a gaslighter. And you can't gaslight somebody that's crazy because they gonna lose it. Michaela done damn it locked. This mofo, they just had an argument. He gonna call and bust her out to the brothers. First of all, keep your brothers out your business. Then he calls her in the morning because he want to continue to do the show and get paid. Let me move this mic over here because this is, just irritating me and it's probably irritating y'all too. Let me see if I can get that. I don't know what's going on with my green screen back here, but I don't even care at this point. This mofo is playing games with somebody who is unstable than a mother. How in the hell does he not know that Michaela is unstable and is not the one to gaslight? Doesn't he know that walks around with a lighter? She about to blow that gaslighting up. But doesn't Michaela know that he's gaslighting her? So all I can do is blame this on production. Because they stuck in this bull. They stuck having to play by the rules and play the game. So, he's at home. He's texting her. I'm sure he texts everybody else. Michaela, you on your way. I'm on my way. I'm like 10 minutes away. Come on. First, you were just talking about her to your brothers. But anyway, let's go. So they riding down there and everything. They get out the car. They stop at, a little goat farm. He too scared to even feed the goat. I said, what man is scared of a goat? Just give the goat the daggone hay. I mean, come on now, hold on. Don't get too rough. They goats, bitch. They eat anything. Give them the hay. So Michaela said, after talking to your brother and my sister and everything, I'm feeling a whole lot better and everything, Oh, you good now? She said, yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I just needed to kirk out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I could ask real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of you gaslighting me like this. So, they planning with the ghosts and all of that kind of stuff. And guess what he asked Michaela? Michaela, we gonna sleep in the same bed. All you want to do is have sex with her. You can't play with a woman like that. It's gonna be a rabbit in the pot. Thank you, Seeing Love. Pray for the $4.99 super chat. Michaela is batch crazy. Okay, that like Jay-Z said, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, because y'all know I love me some daggone Jay-Z. What? Don't what? What? She said, yeah, we can sleep in the same bed. Why? I mean, why is that important to you? Because it's always fun. Oh, okay. Zach, you checked out weeks ago on Michaela. Now, at this point, all you doing is trying to get the nookie. But Michaela's the type of person that will put a rabbit in a pot. You already know you playing with fire. And you got the nerve to be bringing gas? That doesn't excuse Michaela's crazy behavior. But this mofo know better. See, he ain't the one everybody think need mental health. She is, but he playing with her. It's fun in the bed? Okay. So they get to the ranch, they stop and pull over because he want to make sure he don't get embarrassed there. He wants to continue to play the game. He wants everybody to believe that everything is going on, everything is cool in the game with the two of them. You know what I'm saying? And even to the point where they sitting up at the table giving somebody motherfucking advice. Because at the table, the couples was talking about, not, Johnny was talking about, them not doing good and all that kind of stuff. And in order to prevent Johnny from going off, they had to, Ron had to say, it's okay, man, we all going through it. Because if not, he'd have lost it at the table. He needs a whole lot of babysitting. So they do what they do with the woo whoop and the boo boo boo. They get to the ranch, they playing the games and all of that kind of stuff. They doing what they doing. So one afternoon they sit and they want to chill. So they have a conversation between the two of them. Because they've already been conversating and have made a decision that they're getting a divorce. Now Zach's Now Zach, his idea is that they get a divorce, but they keep on dating. Do you mean ing? And Michaela's supposed to be cool with this. So Michaela is sitting out there and he told us, this, this right there, this is not gonna work out for me. So she's like, okay, all right, but we had already talked about it, and we basically made a decision, about. But I'm just asking you, how do you think this gonna work? You know, we have to both do some self-evaluation. Things is hard. Well, things are hard. Marriage isn't hard. Marriage with you is hard. But you've never been married. Then he sits there and say that he was ready for marriage since he was 17. But you was desperate enough to get married. I mean, help me understand. Maybe I'm the slow one. Maybe I'm in the back licking windows in the back of the school bus. You said you was ready for marriage since you was 17. So everybody is fucked up but you? Why aren't you married, Zach? And why would you be desperate enough to go on a show, a reality TV show, to marry somebody if you was marriage material? You ain't never been marriage material. You wanted to get married because everybody else did. You gonna say that your heart is hard because of Michaela. No, your heart is hard because of you and Michaela. I have never seen a mofo that doesn't want to take responsibility for nothing. Everything that goes on is Michaela's fault. As I said, Michaela ain't nothing but fire, and you steady putting gas on it. You gaslighting this girl, you using her and sleeping with her, allegedly, in my opinion, for sex. And a paycheck at the end. And you want Michaela to be okay. You get these pre-scripted. Let's talk about this in the back so that when we get in front of everybody, we're on the same page. And when she switch it up on you, you can't take it. Now, when she switch it up, that little because the last 2 weeks, let's go ahead on it and keep it 100, y'all. The last 2 weeks, every time they come to the cotton freaking screen with with a problem, is because of something that they talked about already. Remember last week, they talked about if it was decision day, what would you say? They both said no. That he gonna turn this camera on, but when it got too hot and Michaela was calling him on his book, then all of a sudden he cuts his camera on. Michaela said, "Oh no, we not, bitch. No, I got mine. Here go my cam right here." So Zach, what you really said was, so now here you got this pre-scripted. You done already pre-scripted it, and Michaela pulled the rug up from underneath you and said, I'm messed up in the head. I'm having a hard time because I'm with Michaela, whatever, whatever. And so I'm having a hard time because of you, not because of me, and not because of marriage, the big word. Marriage. What the? Michaela was like, I can't, I can't, I can't. Michaela said, Michaela short circuited like a. Let me tell you something, honey. The boiler was about to pop open. Michaela just was. I can't. This set up here is see. It was stupid. His rationale and reasoning was stupid. That if his in his thought, she said, "So are you gonna be happy after you get the divorce?" He said, "Yeah, because I won't be married to you, but I still want to have sex with you. I still want to lay with you, Michaela. Didn't we already talk about this? I still want to see you on screen. But if I want to see you outside of this, then you can stay married and see her outside of this." Zach, it didn't make sense. Michaela said, if whether we married or not, I'm still gonna be the mother that I am. Not being married is not gonna change me. If you don't want to be with me, Zach, just don't be with me. So Zach is sitting up there, and the more he lies, the more he stutters. I looked at Unfiltered yesterday. They had this mofo stuttering like I don't know what because Zach lied. He flat out lied. He was on Unfiltered stuttering. Every time he lied, he stuttered. He lucky as Michaela. Mhm. He's lucky as Michaela because he been playing this girl on screen. He been playing a victim. He is not taking responsibility for not one thing. This mofo say he's a perfectionist and he's not perfect at all. The mother that's been ready to be married since he was 17. The person who has marriage down on lock. And you gonna say that all this is Michaela. It takes two, Zach. Zach, it takes two to make a thing go right or a thing go wrong. You have been an active participant in this. You know what that girl's triggers are, and you push them. But at the same time, she knows what her triggers are, so she needs to walk. So Michaela said, "Bye. Get on up and leave now. I can't. I can't deal with this anymore. Get up and leave with your weak self. Bye, weak sauce. See ya. All right. Bye." But then you want to play games and lay in the bed with me after you said all of this stuff. You can't turn a person on and off. But guess who came around after Zach left? Bow. Bow was somewhere in the cut, watching everything with this. Oh my goodness. Bow was sitting somewhere up in the cut. What happened? We have been talking and everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm so envious because, I'm so envious of you because at least you have love. At least you know he loves you. I don't have anything with Johnny. I'm envious. I'm watching. I got my room beside you so I can hear y'all. You'll never tell a woman about your man. Since when has Bow and Michaela been best friends? Why are you so concerned about Zach when Ryan and Brett are having problems. I don't see you around Gil and Michaela. Every time something goes on with Marla, every time something goes on with Michaela, you like the ghost from Christmas past, bitch. You showing up every time something. Y'all watch them Convenient Friends. So they go in the room. They up in that mofo. Need to be going to bed, just chilling. So Zach, Michaela's like, hey, so what's up? Y'all know Michaela be looking like that. So what's up? I just feel like, what you said to me outside was just, disgusting and inappropriate and disrespectful. Okay. Okay. I mean, what you mad about now, though, Zach? I ain't did nothing to you. We got footage. The cameras caught us. We were just laughing and everything. He said, "Yeah." So that's what that's why I'm serious about. What I said. I can't take this anymore. You know what I'm saying? I can. Well, you leave. What? I mean, what? Leave. I'm saying we came together. Leave. Ah. She don't even listen. She don't even take the time to listen because she is now gone into a whole different mode. You can see her head spin around on an axle. Michaela is, in my opinion, straight up psychotic than a mother. She is off the Richter scale. Something is ahead. I don't know if Michaela needs medication or not. But I'm going to tell you right now, I blame them sisters. Because Michaela been getting along with this boo for too long. They all let Michaela have her way and come out there and act a complete and total fool. You can go ahead on the leave. Well, we can't come. Leave. Get your stuff and leave. Okay, because I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. This when you about to really kirk out and go crazy. When you all up on the high like that, and you said, you know what? Something told me to drive my ass down here by myself. But no, no, my dumb ass had to, go ahead on and try and ride down here with you. But I don't even want to ride home with you no more. Well, I'm gonna go ahead on the leave because if I ain't get no ass tonight, ain't no need of me staying. Zach, that's what you said. Zach, you said if I ain't getting none tonight, ain't no need of me staying. You had already solidified and had already confirmed down at the Goat Ranch that y'all was gonna sleep together because that's fun. And so now, since you can't have fun because a rabbit got the gun, now all of a sudden you want to roll out. Michaela was like, go on about your business then. Y'all go on about your business because you know what? We in the bed with each other. They both going back and forth about, who going to leave and everything. Michaela sits up there and tells the man, that she ain't going to go home with him. Then the man says, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead, Michaela, why you tripping? Then Michaela was like, oh, no, you know what? I thought that you had said something else. That's all right. I'm going to go ahead and stay with you. Then the next thing you know, Michaela told me something. Who the fuck? I didn't check. Let me call. I ain't riding home with you. Get on that. Hey, sissy. I said, certifiable. Certifiable. Young, you certifiable. Hey, sissy. Yeah, Zach is in here acting, he's angry again about something. And I need you to drive all the way to I'm acting a month food Texas to come and pick me up. So Zach was like, is that shade? She was like, yeah. So he was like, let me talk to you. Your sister she's gonna I'm gonna make sure that she gets home. Your sister, I said, it just You know what, Zach? Here's the thing. If you don't lie, you ain't got to start up. What is going on? So next thing you know, Michaela snatches the phone up out of his hand, which would have got her popped. So Zach was like, I don't like who I'm being or who I'm feeling like and how I'm feeling. So I'm going to go ahead on and get myself out this situation. I thought that was the smartest thing he did. The next thing you know, Michaela snaps into another person because I don't know how many personalities Michaela got. Y'all let me know down in the comments section how many did y'all count in that room. I'm telling you, I don't know whether Vivica, was it Megan, Michaela, Kizzy, Sissy, so many personalities showed up in that room, allegedly, in my opinion. Let me know in the comment section how many personalities y'all saw, because it was so many different personalities. And if you look back, if you go back, each one of them got a different voice. I'm telling you right now, the girl voice changed I don't know how many times. Go back and look. I said, God, this is a metamorphosis. When she was on the phone with her sister, she was a different person. That was the little girl. And then here it is, you talking about something, you know what? He knows that you're going to sit out there and tell Val, he knows that I deal with abandonment issues and he's going to leave me. No, because you tell him to go. Because you think it's better that you go. That you allow people to abandon you. That's a way of trying to protect yourself, but it's not protecting you. Because then when the month gets ready to go to really abandon you, then you be like, Jack, just lay down, come to bed, get you some sleep. You're tired. He was like, what? I'm saying for me, think that you should get you some rest. You know, you're not in control. He said, what is you trying to say? I'm out of control? She said, I'm just saying we're all tired. It's 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's a half hour difference, but which one is it? And I just think that you just need to come to bed, Zach. When Zach didn't come to bed and he got his luggage and walked up out of there, another personality came out. You could hear from behind the door. Zach comes out with his suitcase and his luggage. So you just gonna go ahead on and leave? This is stupid. I told you to go to bed, Jack. Go to bed, Zach. And guess who out the door looking, peeping? Look at, go back and look at Val. Val like this on their ass. Val said, bitch, I saw Michaela and Zach act crazy. I've never heard them scream at each other. You shouldn't. Because your man is in the cotton freaking apartment screaming and sliding up against the wall. Did they do any kind of test on these, any mental test on these before they put them on the show? Michaela runs out there, gets the bag. You talking about the pettiness? You talking about petty? Because Zach had already made up in his mind when they was playing a little game at the table. They had said who was the most pettiest, and they said one of the most pettiest people was Michaela. Michaela went on to say that she would for washing machine tear your clothes all up and do all of that kind of stuff. That's the kind of petty she is. So he, okay, is sitting up there like, yeah, I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this. So the next thing you know, Michaela goes, snatches his luggage. You talk about petty? You talk Patty? because now she wants to control him because he really is abandoning her. And this is a whole different, in my opinion, personality. This is the rough and rugged. I'm controlling you, and I'm about to die if you leave here. He goes up in the room to get his luggage. Michaela, can I please leave? Michaela's like, no, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. After you done told the mofo to leave. You done already invited him to leave. But you deal with abandonment issues, but you cause mofos to walk away from you, Michaela. You can't have it both ways, baby love. But your family is pacifying you and have allowed you to get away with this stuff, Michaela. Let me tell you, sisters, y'all are not helping her. You should have told her, chuck it up. You's a grown woman. You are married. Work it out. Don't call me this late at night asking me whether or not I can come and pick you up. Michaela, grow the up. Now, we didn't already intervene on y'all other situation. And I heard, allegedly, that Michaela, the night where they was fussing and she took the spices and all that kind of stuff, that they went on and knocked boots that night. Love ain't sex and sex ain't love. Zach leaves out. Michaela's running out behind him, and so is Bow. Bow sees an open door, bitch. Bow sees an open door, allegedly. Bow sees an open door. He goes out, into the thing. He tells everybody, that I'm gone. They was like, come on, Zach, it's late at night. It's not safe to travel like this. I just got to go. I just wanted to stop by. Next thing you know, Michaela standing in front of the car door. And guess who's at the front of the car door pushing Michaela back? Bow. Bow, this ain't none of your business. Go sit down and check Johnny. Make sure his pacifier is in his mouth and he got his cotton freaking bib on. Or is Jose doing that for him? Allegedly. That's just a joke. We know that Jose's, Just kidding. Zach is getting in the car and he's leaving. He's doing what Michaela asked him to do, or at least the first personality asked him to do. Ryan is out there. She's telling Ryan not to let him go. Ryan says the only way that he will go, what you want me to do? Throw my ass in front of the car? Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Thank you so much, Just Jonda, for the $5 super chat. The whole Zach and Michaela scene was poorly edited. Bow clearly said both Zach and Kay were yelling, yet it was edited just to be about her. I call BS. Absolutely. He been gaslighting. They have, in my opinion, this thing about women. They have a thing about women. They don't film us well. They don't film us well. It's something about, I don't want to really go there, but I want to go there. And I know y'all who know where I'm going know what I'm thinking. They don't film us well. Go back and look. Go back and look at how they portray us. Zach leaves. Michaela goes off. She goes into the game room. She flips over a bench. She dislocates, okay, and give the cotton freaking ping pong table a stroke. She is dragging furniture. She is out of control because Zach did what she asked. They got her back there in the bedroom. She doesn't want the cameraman to be on her. The producer is trying to pull Michaela back, and Michaela is busting wine glasses and everything else, getting to the door to slam it. Michaela got issues. In my humble opinion, I saw Michaela go through multiple transitions of personalities. Zach made a statement and said, Michaela, it's like two different Michaelas, and you don't remember what you say. But they indicate some people I've heard who indicate that when you transition from different personalities, they separate people living in the same body. So why would she the fuck remember what she said? How would Michaela remember? Just a couple of seconds ago, Michaela indicated that she was gonna go back with him. I'm sorry, I misunderstood Zach. Yeah, I'll ride home with you. I don't have no problem riding home with you. By the time she was calling her sister and this other character came up, she told him she never said that she was going home with him. And Zach did the right thing leaving because that would have escalated because I don't know what personality. And Michaela gets goes to a place, in my opinion, where her pupils is just they all fucked up. And so we lay and we wait for next week. Because when they came back and brought everybody back, they act like ain't nothing happened. Bao said she came and slept in the bed with her and was crying. You crying in the arms of the woman that wants your man, allegedly. Thank you so much, Evolving Me T, for the $5 super chat. She has superhuman strength. That was crazy. Love you, Auntie. Absolutely. She had that love boat strength. She had that PCP strength. You know, you ever see somebody, or I don't know if you've ever seen anybody in real life, but I have a person that's whacked out on PCP. You can't hold them. Ain't nothing you can do. You can tase them. You can do whatever you want to do to it. They don't feel it. They ain't gonna move. They're not gonna stop doing what they doing. They just ain't gonna stop. And that's what Michaela was. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all thought about this situation right here. Tell me what you think about the whole cotton freaking thing. Was I right? Was I wrong about Gil? Do I have a hateration for Gil? No, I don't. But let me know why you think I may hate Gil, okay? I mean, just let me know. Because maybe I'm not seeing something that you all are seeing as it relates to Gil. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. Thank you for all 500 and some odd people that's in the room. I really do appreciate you all being here. Love you all to pieces. Thank you to my moderators. Bye, y'all.